Today, we're going to burn some match coverage. Now, match coverage has recently been given a nice little buff where a player, it's not, you can still bomb it, because as I'm about to show you now, but it's a lot harder, especially if you don't lab it, if you don't practice it. It could really catch your opponent off guard, even if they know how to beat it, because essentially you have to set it up in a certain way in order to beat it. Now, today we're going to be in the Patriots playbook, hitting up some Y-off trips hats. Now, this is by far the best scheme, the best formation in the game, in my opinion. I'm going to make a completely separate video going like a more of an ebook style, going over this formation because it is disgusting. Okay, it's I think it's the best offense in the game. Now we're gonna be going over Pat slot out, scat, stutter curl, and tight end whip, and then we're gonna be coming out in Pat's Y out. So we're gonna be looking at cover 3 first. Essentially, match is kind of like a mix of man and zone in a way, where if your defender comes in their zone, they're gonna man up on him, and if no one else comes in that zone, they're gonna stay manned up on. This kind of sounds like a glitch. If you're not familiar with zone or with match, it can be hard to beat if you don't know what you're doing. It can be very, very hard to beat. I am using my Texans franchise team against the defense. Now, I'm doing this because my offense is significantly worse than my defense. My defense is yeah. EA? No, yeah. You're interrupting me right in my middle of my video. No, I'm about to go over how to expose the bad coding in your game. All right, send him over. You know, I stay ready, so send him over. I'm ready to square up whenever. Appreciate it. Sorry about that. Before I was so rudely interrupted, why we're using these teams, my offense is significantly worse. My defense is a lot faster than my offense. So when they do turn to like a man assignment, you'll be seeing that even though I'm significantly worse off in speed comparison, that I'm still burning these people with ease. So we're gonna be going over Pat slot out. We'll be going over 1 or 2 different setups for each of these plays. Pat slot out, easy setup here. X on a flat, Y on a curl, hit Y, hit X to select your X receiver. Your flat would be the left trigger. Hit Y again, hit Y to select your running back, and then go up on the right stick to hit wheel. Now, this is the only setup I'm gonna do. You're gonna see if we don't get instant pressure, my running back with 89 speed is burning whoever is over there. It doesn't matter if they put your dad, your mom, grandma, cousins. I mean, throw all your second cousins over there. We're still burning them. Now, one more setup. If you notice you're getting more pressure, you can block your running back, put X on a flat again, keep it just like this. Now, boom. I mean, this tight end is just absolutely naked. Freeform that away from the defender by holding left trigger and passing the ball and leading him away with the left stick. And it's a one-play touchdown. So right there, we've got one formation with 2 different one-play touchdowns to absolutely destroy cover 3 match. Now, if your opponent is catching onto this and starting to maybe man him up or user it, and he has a nasty user, you can essentially do the same thing. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. We're gonna come out and scat. This is how it looks stock. We're gonna put X on a flat, Y on a reel, so we can always have that option. If he doesn't user it, doesn't man it up, whatever it is, and then we're gonna put B on a streak, A on a flat. So now we got a high-low on this right side. If you don't know, a high-low will absolutely destroy cover 3 match because the assignments just don't line up. RB's just naked over there. Throw it to the sideline. Hold A to possession catch that. Stutter curl seam. The adjustment here is putting X on a streak, RB on a flat, B on a 5-yard in. Now, we're mostly looking at A here. The B route is going to be it could be your first read. It could just be a check down. But essentially, A is just going to lose his assignment. No one's going to really, they're going to think about sticking up with them, but they're going to lose interest real quick, just like your ex-girlfriend. And you're going to be making these dudes look silly. Now, as far as a check down goes, Y is a check down, A's open. But then as B kind of clears that, it's Jalen Petrie, but as B clears him, he will also be a really nice check down if you haven't been somebody's already, sack lunch. Now, just as a pro tip, because it's match, really any sort of like crossers, crossing routes, double posts, double crossing routes will beat man coverage. So if you just got goons at receiver and you got hot route master, just hot route some posts, some crossers, throw it up and pray. I promise you'll probably be successful. Now, my favorite play in this formation by far. like absolutely zero question. So this is how it looks stock. Now we're gonna hit A on a drag, X on a curl, and then we're gonna put RB on a streak. So now you are gonna need some time. So I would suggest, you know, if you gotta double team somebody, double team, do anything you want, pray. And then as you can see, B is getting naked. We're somebody's sack lunch because our O-line is literally underdeveloped high schoolers. We're gonna max protect, curl, streak, boom, 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 boom. Freeform that away from that middle safety. That middle safety is gonna get distracted by the streak going up the field, not heel. So as he turns his hip to go with that streak, freeform that away from him immediately. My outside receiver, Nico Collins, he has 90 speed. He's nothing special. He's not even an 80 overall. Or no, I'm sorry. He's literally an 80 overall. So it's just this formation. It's kind of honestly a little disgusting. It just makes me sick. Now, if you don't have time for a one-play touchdown, I just showed you this before the one-play touchdown. But out of this same formation, what you're gonna do is hit A on a flat, and then that's really all you gotta do. Boom, boom. So what we're looking for is a high-low on the right side, and then the backside X route if the user takes this wheel route. What you're looking for is a wheel route, is what I'm trying to get to. So let's watch it play out. He's gonna act like he's covering him, and then because he's in match and that he's, like I said, he's gonna act like he's sticking with that wheel route because he's in his like shallow. He's in a shallow route. He's in, you know, the flat zone. He's gonna stay with him. He's gonna look at him like he's in man coverage. Give it time. Once he cuts up the field on the wheel part of the route, he's gonna then break back down on Bell, just leaving that sideline naked. Keep the post in there. It's gonna kind of turn the hips of that DB a little bit, and you just pass that out away from the DB towards the sideline. All right, looking at cover 4. Cover 4 is much better in my opinion. So I'll try to save my one-play touchdowns towards the end. So make sure you stay around for that. Right now we're gonna be looking at Pat's slot out. So right here I put X on a drag, RB on a streak, and Y on a wheel route. I'm gonna motion him out. With cover 4 in this formation, make sure you wait till he lines up with number 8 right there, and then you're gonna freeform that to the outside away from that safety. That safety is gonna turn into a man assignment there. So the further you can wait to hike the ball with that RB streak, the better. Actually, we're gonna put him on a slant. That actually helps it a lot more. So here's how it's gonna look. Motion him. All these routes should kind of just be taken up. Once he gets outside of him, boom. It's kind of just disgusting. Tank Dell is living his IRL life, taking it to the crib, making these other teams look silly. So like I said, just make sure you hike the ball when he's outside of that receiver on the far left side. If you don't, the assignments are not going to line up, and you're going to be throwing a pick looking hella silly. This next one is going to be out of the scat play. So what we're going to do is put B on a streak, A on a streak, X on a drag, Y on a wheel, and then we're going to motion over Tank Dell. What I like about this is it just makes all these formations and these plays look together. Like I said, wait till he gets outside, hike it. It's going to put that outside, and I'm sack lunched. It's going to put that outside corner in a man assignment with your running back, and he's just not going to have good leverage. To put it into perspective, my outside corner, Derek Stingley right there, has 96 speed. My running back, you may ask, my running back has 89 speed, and I'm cooking. Literally, I'm Chef Gordon out here, consistently cooking. Make sure you get it on the outside there. Boom. Oh my gosh. Freeform it if you have to. You don't normally have to. One play touchdown. We're making Derek Stingley one of the, like, I think the 3rd overall pick, just look absolutely silly with Dameon Pierce. And then if the user takes the wheel route, the reason why we motion RB over is because not only is that going to mess up the assignments and get your wheel open, but also it leaves you kind of like a backside, a second read on the backside. He's going to beat his man and be open kind of in the middle of the field. Stutter curl seam. So what we're going to do here is motion over your running back, put X on a streak, RB on a flat, B on a 5-yard end. So what we're looking here is you can always look at B. B is going to be almost immediately open because this flat defender right here is going to take RB and then leave B open because the two essentially linebackers are going to be taken up by the A and Y route by your tight end and your running back. So I'm going to hike this, let this play out. B's open, Y's open, and then A kind of just like loses his assignment. So if you can shade to the left a little bit here, let's try this. Let's do this again. All right, so B's open. Pass lead that up. That safety's kind of gonna go into like a weird he's gonna like figure out his life last minute, but it's gonna be too late. Because honestly, I could hit Y or A there. If I just have time, I can hit A all day. Now, second to last, this one I actually figured out just a second ago. It was actually kind of crazy. So I'm gonna try. I gotta try to explain this here. So when I motion Tank Dell, that slot receiver is going to immediately slip his assignment to my running back. Now, what that's gonna do is I'm gonna instantly motion and start spamming A. It's going to put that corner, look at that. It's going to put that backside slot corner in a man assignment with my running back. Well, dog, I hate to break it to you. It's too late. We've already sold the house, okay? You're evicted. You're done. All right, so one more time. Let's try this again. Y on a wheel. So this is how it's going to look. Now, the key is here is to wait for the defender to move. If you just, like, motion and start spamming A before he moves, the assignment's not going to switch. So what you got to do is motion him, and he moves, hike it. Boom. Assignment is switched, and he's caught with his pants down looking silly. Damian Pierce has actually 78 speed, so he's not going to take that for a touchdown. And then last but not least, guys, this is the play again. X on a drag. I can max protect on this one, and so this is how it's going to look. Essentially here, that outside corner on the right side is going to be in a man assignment with B. The top right safety is going to be on a man assignment with RB, and then these other guys don't really matter. Their man assignments are screwed. They're just looking silly. Gonna hike the ball. We're just getting instant pressured, and then pass lead that up the field. That pocket was actually insane. Pass lead that up the field. You're gonna have to try to get it away from that defender, that backside safety defender. Pass lead that up away from the field, kind of towards the goalpost, and you're just gonna be looking nasty there. Now, another way to get that even more open is putting A on a drag. That's going to help bring that top left safety down a little bit. Bam, he's open. It occupied him just a little bit more. Now, honestly, guys, with this play, you could honestly do a lot of things. That way, it kind of gives you options in case the user goes with the post or whatnot. Just don't touch the right side of the field, okay? Don't touch him! So, essentially, you can, instead of just putting max protecting, you can do that. You can max protect and put X on a curl and then leave it like that. That's going to kind of occupy that safety a little bit more. Pass lead that up and out. User could still kind of catch on that if they have a decent safety with speed and you don't throw it correctly. So what you could do here is put X on a curl, A on a curl, still block a running back. So this is how it's going to look. This is going to get you probably the most separation you're ever going to see since your parents' divorce. So you could see there that backside safety wasn't even in the picture, and you're again just making your opponents look silly. Right here, that happens more often than not where those safeties in the corners collide, and they have problems, they have beef. So you're dancing in the end zone. And yes, guys, the same exact setups you do for the cover 4 beaters are the same for the cover 6 beaters. I know that cover 6 is kind of slowly working its way into the match arena, but out of this formation, none of them stand a chance. But guys, that's gonna be it. Hit that like and subscribe button for me, please. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of Madden 24. It would mean the absolute world to me. Make sure you stick around for the ebook coming out on this full scheme. Like I said, it's disgusting, and I stay putting shows on around here. That's what we do as a ZOOBEAR. We eat, sleep, and put on show. That's what we do. So go check out those gameplay videos as well. And as always, guys, y'all keep putting on a show. We'll be doing the same here, and I'll see you in the next one.